Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Akshat Goyal, and today in CLATapult series of videos, we'll look at how to deal with mocks. Now, I strongly believe that mocks forms the most crucial bone or element in any student's prep. Focusing on mocks, taking one regularly is extremely important. However, a lot of us make mistakes and are unable to extract the maximum benefit that we can from mocks. So today we'll break down 5 different topics, or rather 5 things you must keep in mind while you're solving mocks in your CLAT prep. Number 1, mock taking conditions. Now it's very important for you to ensure that the condition that you're giving your mocks in replicates that of the actual exam itself. This will ensure that you're not only used to that format and familiarity, but it will also gear your mind to think that this is how the exam will be. And believing that is extremely important because it helps when you're sitting for the exam. So how do we replicate the mock condition? Very simple. Number 1, try a mix of different places to give the mock in. Ideally, there should be 2 places. One perhaps at your home, where you're giving a mock in complete silence without anyone disturbing you. Or number 2 could be your respective coaching centers as well, or a classroom environment where others are also giving the mock. So what this will help is, it'll get you used to the little bit of disturbances and noises that are present while you give the exam. This becomes very important because if you're used to giving mocks in a completely silent environment, although that's very encouraged, that, realistically speaking, won't be your actual test taking conditions. There may be some disturbance, a little bit of chatter here and there, and you need to tune yourself to ignore such noises and focus in your exam. As such, having this duality of mock taking situations or mock taking places would be very helpful. Most importantly, in the first point of simulating the similar conditions, we'll be taking the mock at the same time as that of the exam itself, which will be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So understand that doing this will tie up your body clock to work in a way that 3 to 5 means mock time or the CLAT exam time. This will ensure on the CLAT day you're not feeling drowsy in the afternoon, you are not, there's no unexpected outcome while giving the mock or the actual CLAT exam. You'll become very used to giving the mock in very similar conditions as the exam itself. Alright, secondly, 2 nots. These are points I can't emphasize enough on. Number 1 is, do not take breaks. In the sense, do not get up while you're giving the mock, roam around your room and come back and sit again. Because this is something that you cannot do at the test center. Taking these breaks will not make you habituated to taking an entire 2-hour long mock exam, which is the same as a CLAT exam. This will hamper your actual CLAT giving experience and ensure that you do not do the same. Secondly, do not Google words or meanings or take any assistance from anyone present in the room or otherwise. If you keep on doing this, you will not be able to think for yourself. That is extremely important. For example, a lot of times, and I did it myself, sometimes I used to just Google words that I did not know that was there in my logical reasoning or English passage. Now, while I have this ability to do it in mocks, I can't do this in the CLAT exam. And what this prevents is cognitive thinking on my part. Because in the CLAT exam, and trust me, this will be the case irrespective of your prep, there'll be a few words that will stump you and you won't know the meaning to. And you have to adapt to be okay, to be comfortable in those uncertain situations. As such, do not take outside help or Google while giving the mock. Point number 3, tracking. Tracking your mock scores and your results is extremely important. Now, how do we go about that? It's very simple. Number 1, look at the progress you are making. So you can make a simple Excel sheet or just a notebook where you write your results. You need to look at your accuracy. For those who give online mocks, it becomes extremely easy because the computer does all of these calculations for you. However, even if you're giving offline mocks and getting your answers and worksheets, make sure you tally them and ensure that you're keeping a check and tracking your progress. Check for your accuracy. What does that mean? Very simply, check how many questions you're getting wrong and how many you're getting right. Ensure that you're increasing your accuracy with mock to mock. As such, tracking it will be very helpful because the next time you're trying to do tukkabazi or just choosing an answer you're unsure of, you'll think twice because you'll understand the importance of negative marking and how it can detract from your prep and your CLAT results. Another thing that you have to constantly track or your progress in is with regards to each subject. What I mean by that is, it's not only important for you to see how much marks you're getting out of, logic. Maybe you got all right. In the next exam, you got 90% right. In the third, you got 90% right. That's not cause for celebration. It's more important for you to delve into each subject analysis. What that means is, look at the different areas or the different topics that are tested in, say, logical reasoning, or English, or GK, or legal for that matter. See which areas or which topics you're making mistakes in. Say, logic, you might be making assumption questions incorrect in every single mock. Try and track and identify these topics. Now, you can't do this for every mock, right? So I would suggest track mocks, and after 5 to 6 mocks, take this analysis of which section and which subject area in a particular section is costing you marks. This will help you identify which areas you have to improve on and which subjects you have to specially focus on. Number 4, what to do after you've given the mock. Once you've identified and conducted this analysis, it's very important to sit down and focus on the area that you're poor in. A lot of us just identify, oh, okay, strengthening, weakening, not my best suit. I'm going to skip it. That's not how the CLAT exam works. You have to try and ensure that you understand the concepts of the topic you're unable to answer and strengthen your knowledge and your attempts in those particular questions as well. As such, sitting back and going back to the drawing board after you've given mocks is very important. Don't only identify your weak areas, but please do work on them. You can contact your teachers if you're, at a crossroads of how to go about it. You can give more sectional tests. You can study up the theory parts of it to help you supplement your prep. Finally, analyzing the mock. Now, we discussed this in a previous reel as well, but here we'll delve into it much broadly. So there is the untimed analysis, which was recommended to me by my teachers and mentors as well when I was giving CLAT, and I'll recommend the same to you. Once you've given a mock in a timed fashion, take a break. The next day or the day after, sit with the mock again and finish it in an untimed fashion. Why do you do this? To identify certain key issues that is not identifiable otherwise. So 3 things can happen. Number 1, your mock score in the untimed mock is more than your regular mock. This would mean that time management is an issue for you, and you have to work on time management. You know your answers, you know your theory, you're just not being able to apply it because of time pressure. As such, time management is where you'll have to improve. Number 2 would be where both are same, the untimed mock score and the timed mock score. This means there's an issue or a gap in your knowledge. You manage time well, but you just don't know what you don't know. As such, you have to improve and identify those sections which you're unable to answer and try and focus and improve those sections. Finally, and I hope this is not the result, but maybe your untimed mock will be less than your timed mock. If this happens, it can happen for 2 reasons. Number 1, you did not do your untimed mock properly, or you made a lot of guesses while you were doing your timed mock. Because understand that if you're choosing a question right in the timed mock, there is no reason for you to choose it incorrectly the second time, right? This will only happen if you have taken a guess. So there you have to identify which questions you're guessing and try and minimize that. So this is a comprehensive guide about how to give mocks, how to analyze them, and how to get the most out of them. Please give mocks regularly and make the best out of them. I hope this helps. Thank you so much.